Well, the secret is to look at the initial records. And here's what I mean. If you started the case with rotations, okay, and then you fixed the rotations very nicely, and your retainer does not protect the patient from the anticipated relapse, guess what will happen? The teeth will relapse. Look at these canines, for example. We delivered a Holly that provides no support for the mesial of that canine. What do you think is going to happen in a few months? Exactly right. Look at the rotation of the lower canines, and you tell me if that doesn't mimic what the patient had at the beginning. Okay, let's take a look at this case. So this is before we start treatment. Okay, you see here the amount of transverse narrowing that with Invisalign you can very easily correct. Okay, what type of retainer would you need when you correct the posterior transverse, but you don't really have a significant problem in the anterior? This would be a case that I would place a Holly type of retainer. Night eye in the back, night eye in the front. We settle the anterior crowding and we maintain the posterior segment. Okay, a spring Holly, which is what I would call this type of retainer, is by far the best choice for this case, especially since we had a little bit of crowding that was created at the end of our final aligner. So let's look at the next case. Now in this case, we're starting with a little more crowding on the anterior. The posterior seems to be relatively straight. The anterior, we have a lot more discrepancy. Okay? What type of retainer do you think we should do? A lingual fixed. Now, if you decide to create an Essex on top of all that, please do so. And the Vivera retainers that Invisalign is now making are one of the best material-wise, quality, plastic, Essex type of retainer I've seen. But this is a case that if you start with this level of crowding, you may want to consider lingual fixed, especially for the first couple of years. Okay, do you see how the starting point dictates what the retainer will be?